Welcome to Scrubbing In, the only show that takes you around the Navy medicine enterprise to show its vast capabilities. I'm Paul Ross, joined by my co-host Josh Wick.
Today, we're at the Navy's Aviation Survival Training Center at Naval Air Station Patuxent River in Maryland.
And we're at the pool to learn what to do when your aircraft goes down over a body of water.
All right, Paul, get my floaties.
We're here with Commander David Peterson, an aerospace physiologist and director of the training school here. He's going to be putting us through some water survival training.
So, Commander Peterson, before we get started, what are we going to be doing today?
Well, guys, we're going to try to introduce you to some of the stuff that the pilots and aircrew could experience in the event they have an overwater emergency. Safety is paramount, so before we put you in the Big Daddy, the helo dunker, we're going to take you guys through a series of shallow water egress trainers just to get you comfortable and more proficient in the water.
Great, let's get geared up.
All right, well, let me introduce you to another Big Daddy, PR2 Navarro. If you don't mind, PR2, help these guys get suited up for today's training.
Yes, sir. All right, gentlemen, follow me.
Now, Commander, you had talked about the crawl, walk, run approach. I'm assuming we're about getting ready to crawl. Can you explain what we're going to be doing?
Absolutely. Actually, before you guys would even get to this stage, the very first thing that we would do is to evaluate your swim techniques, your tread water, your drought proofing in a bathing suit, then gear you up and take you to this portion of the training. Now, this portion of the training is kind of the crawl approach to the dunker. We're going to run you through a series of shallow water egress trainers, and it's an underwater problem-solving evolution that gets you comfortable in the water, how to release your lap belt or your torso harness, whatever you're connected to the aircraft with, and then allows you to hand-over-hand egress and evaluate your technique so that we can guarantee that you can get out of the dunker and ultimately the helicopter if you need to in a survival situation.
Well, Paul and I are geared up. We're ready to go.
Let's do this thing.
All right, so the command is going to be crash, 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 at which point the instructor is going to push you down. The first thing you're going to do is grab this bar or your reference point, all right? Once you've grabbed your reference point, you're going to turn your 5-point harness left or right a full 90 degrees as you're pulling yourself away. The other end, there are 5 handles. Manipulate all 5 handles with the one at your 12 o'clock that actually releases the door.
ND2, what's Paul about to do?
Well, he's about to do what's called our M-Sweat device. Basically what this does is simulate the rotation of the helicopter once it enters the water. The procedure, which is going to be, again, the command will be crash, 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 at which point we'll invert him. Once he's fully inverted, he'll feel the violent motion stop, feel a click in the device. While maintaining a reference point, again, that's crucial. He's going to release his 5-point release, right himself in the water, find that window, the handle to the window, pull it, and then pull himself out of the device.
So how do we do?
Outstanding. I think you guys are ready for the dunker.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, sir, Paul and I have crawled and walked. I think we're ready to run.
I think I need to stretch out a little bit first. So why don't you explain to us what we're going to be doing?
Absolutely. Well, guys, this is the helo dunker. We're going to put into practice what you learned over there with the shallow water egress trainer. The underwater problem solving, the importance of finding a good reference point, hand over hand to get out, making sure that you don't kick. You lead with your helmet, not with your face, to do a proper egress. We're going to put you to the test.
The giant machine was pretty intimidating. Not only were we being plunged into the water, we were then being turned upside down and expected to navigate our way out. I could see why someone would be worried about freaking out or becoming disoriented. The crawl, walk, run approach that was stressed throughout the training really prepared me for the dunker. Once we went under and flipped, I just remembered my steps and reference points to navigate my way out. I knew if anything went wrong, we had Navy medicine personnel with us and ready to assist if needed. After going through this training, I can truly understand the value it has in regards to preserving our service members' lives.
Well, Commander, I feel like the crawl, walk, run approach really helped us out as we were being submerged underwater and turned around in the dunker. What more could you have in store for us?
Well, guys, we want our training to be as realistic as possible. That improves operational readiness. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this scenario one step further. Now that you've safely egressed from the dunker, from the helicopter, we're going to put a life raft in the water. You guys are going to be inflated. We're going to have you get in the life raft. At some point, we'll signal the rescue helicopter to come over, so you'll get out of the life raft, swim over to the hoist. We'll have the rescue swimmer in the water to help you get in the basket, taken up, and safely taken home.
Have you ever gotten yourself into one of those situations where you didn't know what was going to happen in the end? This was that type of experience. I need to follow the directions of the instructors. The goal is to get rescued safely. It dawned on me that our Navy and Marine Corps aviators do this in high seas, day or night, with so many other variables at hand. This is real, but this is why we practiced over and over again, and why Navy Medicine Survival Training Center exists, to support our warfighters and get them ready for this type of situation. To be honest, this training was a lot harder than I expected, as it should be. It's designed to save lives.
Well, I made it out safely, and as you can see, Josh is not far behind. I just want to thank you guys for having us out here today.
Hey, our pleasure. You guys did great. Why don't we go get you in some drier clothes?
Sounds good. The training center puts service members through a variety of realistic situations to ensure they're ready for real-world scenarios.
This is just one more way that Navy medicine better prepares our sailors and Marines to be ready and fit to fight.
Thanks for joining us on Scrubbing In.
Join us next time.